there was the best way to do it. And like it's like kind of dirty.
Yeah, I mean, getting tattoos on the outside, it's like you got a million other things to do, so it doesn't feel that attractive to me. But yeah, I guess if I was...
There have been rumors swirling that Chrisean Rock might have snitched in connection to a murder case. 1090 Jake, a close associate of Blueface, claimed that Chrisean snitched on her baby daddy before his court date, allegedly reaching out to certain people to help her situation. A few months prior to Jake's statement, Chrisean herself had mentioned talking to others to protect herself ahead of her arrest, saying she wasn't running from anyone. This raises questions about how much information Chrisean might have given to secure her release sooner than Blueface, and why she doesn't seem scared of the snitching accusations. To understand the dynamic, let's look at their recent interactions behind bars. Chrisean and Blueface, both controversial figures in the rap world, have been nearly inseparable despite their numerous legal issues. In a candid interview with DJ Vlad, 1090 Jake revealed a confidential conversation he had with Blueface. The rapper admitted that his relationship with Chrisean was toxic, and Jake speculated that it might be part of the reason Blueface is currently in prison. Blueface even confided that rumors had been circulating about Chrisean snitching in a murder case. DJ Vlad didn't get much out of Jake regarding the specifics, but did confirm that Blueface and Chrisean share a deeply intertwined relationship. Jake further emphasized that the toxicity of their romance has had a negative impact on Blueface, although he was less critical of Chrisean. He also commented on Chrisean's apparent lack of competence as a mother, citing an incident where she allegedly carried her baby without a proper car seat. While some of this may be unverified, one thing that has been consistently reported is Chrisean's ability to snitch on herself. In August, reports surfaced that Chrisean admitted to having a pound of marijuana in her car during a 2022 arrest in Oklahoma. After this, Chrisean reportedly confessed to her mistakes while in custody. However, her run-ins with the law didn't stop there. In one instance, Chrisean openly discussed being wanted in Oklahoma during an Instagram Live. She explained that she wasn't planning on turning herself in due to her desire to be with her child, saying that her priority was raising him rather than facing jail time. But her defiance didn't last long. Just 2 months later, during a court hearing for Blueface, police recognized Chrisean and arrested her. Despite the officers' efforts to remove her from the scene, Chrisean remained defiant, telling reporters that she didn't know the details of her charges. Authorities later confirmed she had an active arrest warrant from Oklahoma. Chrisean was taken into custody, and her child was temporarily removed from her care. Meanwhile, Blueface's parents added another layer of drama to the situation. After both Blueface and Chrisean were arrested, the couple's families got into a public feud about who would care for their grandson. Blueface's mother, Carissa Saffel, insisted that her ex-husband take responsibility, but Blueface's father, Jonathan Michael Portis, SR, refused. This debate over the child's care seemed almost secondary to the larger drama surrounding the couple's legal issues, leaving fans stunned at how the situation had played out. A few months ago, Chrisean Rock shocked fans when she claimed that Blueface had set her up and physically assaulted her. In a dramatic Instagram Live, Chrisean explained that Blueface invited her to his house to drop off their son, but she was taken aback when, upon arriving, Blueface allegedly punched her in the face. She described how he then began recording the altercation on IG Live. Chrisean shared the details of their conversation, showing that Blueface had indeed invited her over, and fans quickly began to rally behind her, believing her story. Throughout their relationship, Chrisean and Blueface's love story has been riddled with drama, from physical altercations to accusations of manipulation. Chrisean herself has made headlines with claims of Blueface scamming her, admitting that he refused to pay her money he owed. She even posted a video in which she said she was ready to die rather than be set up by him. Their chaotic relationship, full of tension, accusations, and unpredictable behavior, continues to captivate their fans, though the question remains how much of Chrisean's behavior has contributed to her current legal situation, and what role, if any, did she play in securing her freedom. However, while many fans express concern for Chrisean, especially about her child's well-being, others criticize both her and Blueface for their ongoing toxic drama. Some fans pointed out that Chrisean was engaging in reckless behavior by recording herself while driving, which is illegal in California, particularly with an infant in the car. Many questioned why she continued to return to Blueface despite the constant abuse, with one comment urging women to protect themselves from such relationships. In her live stream, Chrisean also revealed how she reacted during the incident, shouting at Blueface and forcefully trying to grab his phone from him. This incident adds to the long list of chaotic moments in Chrisean and Blueface's turbulent relationship. But how did things spiral out of control to this point? Let's take a look at the beginnings of their rollercoaster romance. Their relationship dates back to 2020, when Blueface invited Chrisean, along with a group of other women, to compete for his affection on his OnlyFans reality show, Blue Girls Club. Chrisean stood out on the show, even after a heated altercation with one of Blueface's baby mamas, Jaden Alexis, during which she lost a tooth. Despite the fight, Chrisean won the hearts of viewers, largely because of how publicly she expressed her devotion to Blueface. Blueface, however, had a different initial impression of Chrisean. In a candid moment, he admitted that he hated her at first, describing her as too ratchet and too weird, but over time, her quirky, camera-friendly behavior started to appeal to him. Blueface also acknowledged that he felt guilty about Chrisean losing her tooth during the fight on his show, and as a result, he promised to change her life. Fast forward to 2022, and their relationship took another dark turn. Blueface accused Chrisean of stealing his car and fleeing to Baltimore. In a series of Instagram stories, Blueface branded her a thief and shared his disappointment, claiming, "The worst thing you can be as a female is a thief." It was later revealed that Chrisean had broken into his home and stolen his vehicle, a crime Blueface discovered when he found a note Chrisean had written in blood after injuring herself during the break-in. Blueface's manager, Whack 100, also confirmed the theft. He recounted how 2 days after the car was stolen, Oklahoma authorities stopped Chrisean while she was driving the vehicle and they found a controlled substance inside. This incident led to Chrisean serving time in prison, though she appeared in a video from jail where she seemed upbeat and determined to heal from the chaos in her life. But just when fans thought Chrisean's antics might be taking a break, she and Blueface made headlines once again. This time, the drama escalated when Chrisean and Blueface got into an altercation with his mother, Carissa Saffel. In an explosive confrontation, Chrisean and Blueface allegedly assaulted Carissa, leading to more public drama. Carissa later opened up about the situation during an interview, revealing that the tensions between her and Chrisean were partly due to Blueface's business dealings. She claimed that Blueface had brought too many women into their home, which caused friction. She also acknowledged that Chrisean was a key part of Blueface's income, implying that their chaotic relationship was, in part, financially motivated. Through all of this, fans have been left in disbelief, witnessing Chrisean and Blueface's relationship unfold in public view. From alleged thefts and physical altercations to reckless behavior and constant drama, their tumultuous romance continues to shock and intrigue. As for Chrisean, her willingness to stand by Blueface despite everything and her tendency to share these personal details with the world only adds fuel to the fire, leaving many wondering how much further their relationship will spiral before it all comes to a head. The chaotic and volatile relationship between Chrisean Rock and Blueface has continuously captivated the public, particularly for its numerous dramatic moments, violent altercations, and bizarre incidents involving their families. From the early days of their publicized romance, it was clear that their relationship would never be ordinary, but the level of dysfunction, emotional manipulation, and public violence they've displayed is astonishing, drawing both sympathy and condemnation from fans and critics alike. As the drama continues to unfold, it's evident that these two are locked in a deeply toxic cycle that affects not just their lives but the lives of those around them. One of the most publicized incidents between Chrisean and Blueface involved a physical altercation between Chrisean and Blueface's mother, Carissa Saffel. According to Carissa, the tension began when she was upset about Chrisean trying to manipulate her son and bending the household rules. Carissa claimed that she had clearly conveyed the house rules to Chrisean, but the young woman's actions had prompted her to believe that Chrisean was attempting to influence Blueface to break those rules. The situation escalated when the two women exchanged harsh words. Carissa, feeling disrespected, confronted her son about the situation, but things quickly spiraled out of control. As Carissa continued arguing with Blueface, Chrisean, who had been part of the heated exchange, suddenly intervened and physically struck Carissa. Carissa explained that, while arguing with Blueface, she heard the sound of Chrisean hitting her, causing her to feel dizzy. She recounted the moment vividly, stating, "I'm arguing with him, and next thing I hear is boop, 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 all on the side of my head." The altercation was just one example of the deep animosity between Chrisean and Blueface's family, but it didn't end there. Months later, Blueface returned the favor by getting into a physical altercation with Chrisean's father. The fight, which took place in front of family members, escalated quickly, with Blueface and Chrisean's father physically brawling in public. Chrisean was seen screaming for the two men to stop fighting, but even after security intervened, Blueface continued to challenge Chrisean's father. Chrisean's loyalty to Blueface was evident as she stood by his side, yelling for peace while the men fought. It was a bizarre and unsettling moment that showcased just how far their families had become entangled in their volatile relationship. The chaos between Chrisean and Blueface wasn't limited to just family disputes. Over the years, their relationship has been marred by public physical altercations between the two of them. In 2022, one of the most shocking moments occurred when Chrisean was filmed punching Blueface in public. The video shows Chrisean throwing a punch at Blueface, who did nothing but walk away, seemingly unfazed by the attack. This incident, which was witnessed by several people, resulted in security being called to restrain Chrisean and arrest her for her actions. As troubling as the video was, it wasn't an isolated event. Later that same month, Chrisean and Blueface got into another physical altercation, this time on the streets of Hollywood Boulevard. In a tense and heated exchange, the two were seen fighting in broad daylight, with Blueface eventually walking away from the confrontation. The fight prompted Blueface to take to his Instagram to express his frustration with Chrisean's violent tendencies, calling out her erratic behavior. This incident further fueled the growing narrative of their dysfunctional relationship, leaving fans questioning the stability of both individuals and their ability to maintain a healthy connection. Fans mocked the situation, with one commenter writing, "Sorry dude, I got zero respect for you all. This is staged and you're still going to be with her next week." But the physical violence didn't stop there. In another shocking twist, Blueface accused Chrisean of attempting to destroy his home in a fit of rage. He claimed that Chrisean tried to set his house on fire, though she was caught in the act before she could cause any significant damage. The rapper arrived home just in time to stop her from burning the property to the ground. While Blueface's story raised eyebrows, many fans weren't convinced. Some speculated that the entire incident was staged, pointing out the timing of Blueface's arrival just before the fire could do any real harm. This comment, like many others, reflected the public's growing cynicism about the authenticity of the couple's drama. Despite the ongoing violence and controversy, Chrisean and Blueface's drama continues to make headlines. Not long after the alleged fire incident, Chrisean took to Instagram Live once again to accuse Blueface of tricking her into visiting him with their son. She claimed that Blueface invited her over under the pretense of seeing their child, only for him to attack her once she arrived. Chrisean, holding their child in her arms, explained how Blueface had allegedly lured her into his home only to physically assault her once she was inside. She seemed to insinuate that Blueface had set her up for the confrontation, fueling the ongoing cycle of accusations and violence. The couple's tumultuous relationship was also a hot topic during interviews, with both Chrisean and Blueface often making headlines for their erratic behavior. In one particularly memorable appearance, Chrisean appeared visibly intoxicated during a no-jumper interview. Seemingly drunk, she became agitated and disruptive, prompting the hosts to cut the interview short. Her behavior raised questions about her emotional state and the level of instability in her life, especially in the context of her relationship with Blueface. Things took another bizarre turn when, in a shocking incident, Chrisean herself in a physical confrontation with two women, reportedly over Blueface. The altercation escalated so quickly that Blueface, rather than stepping in to break up the fight, simply entered another car and left the scene. Eyewitnesses were stunned, with one commenter noting Blueface just left his baby mama to fight it out while he casually moved on to a different car. As the fight grew more intense, Blueface eventually tried to intervene, but the scene only added to the growing spectacle of their dramatic lifestyle. As if the public fights and emotional turmoil weren't enough, Blueface and Chrisean's relationship also faced allegations of infidelity. Blueface has repeatedly accused Chrisean of cheating on him with multiple men, including fellow rapper Offset. Initially, he denied that their child was his, claiming that their son didn't resemble him. This accusation sparked further public drama, with Blueface dismissing the idea of fatherhood until Chrisean vehemently denied his claims. Despite the ongoing back and forth, Chrisean's determination to stay with Blueface was evident even as their relationship continued to spiral. For conclusion, the tumultuous and toxic relationship between Chrisean Rock and Blueface has been a constant source of public fascination. Their violent altercations, family feuds, and public scandals paint a grim picture of their relationship, leaving fans wondering how long it will take before it completely implodes. From physical fights to accusations of manipulation, theft, and infidelity, their relationship is a never-ending cycle of drama and dysfunction. As Chrisean and Blueface continue to stir up chaos, it's clear that their volatile romance is far from over, and the world will be watching to see just how much further it can go. The rollercoaster relationship between Chrisean Rock and Blueface has captivated the public for years, marked by dramatic incidents, legal issues, and public outbursts. However, in the wake of their tumultuous relationship, Chrisean has taken some unexpected turns, which have led fans to wonder about the future of her personal life, her relationship with her son, and her complicated connection with Blueface. As the drama between them continues to unfold, there are some notable shifts in Chrisean's life, particularly after her time in jail and the strained circumstances surrounding her motherhood and her relationship with Blueface. In an unexpected twist, Chrisean Rock's journey through legal troubles and public drama led to a period of reflection and transformation. Chrisean, who had been incarcerated for several charges, was finally released from prison after serving time related to various issues, including her probation violation and a highly publicized incident involving Tamar Braxton. Chrisean was arrested in connection with an altercation with one of Braxton's backup dancers, James Wright, which left the dancer injured. Chrisean was sentenced to serve time, and the court mandated that she stay away from Wright as part of the conditions of her probation. Chrisean's time in jail was not only marked by regret over her actions, but also by a deep sense of gratitude and a desire for change. One of the most noticeable developments after her release was her focus on healing, both emotionally and spiritually. As she made her way through the prison system, she became more reflective, realizing the importance of being there for her son. Chrisean's son, Chrisean Jr., had grown while she was away, and the young mother was determined to make up for lost time. However, Chrisean's reunion with her son wasn't without complications. Despite her desire to be there for his first birthday, she was released just a few days after the milestone event. In a heartfelt video, she expressed her sorrow over missing the special day, but she also took the opportunity to reflect on the importance of being present for her child. Chrisean posted a video on her social media speaking openly about her regrets, but also encouraging her followers to prioritize their children above all else. What truly surprised her fans was Chrisean's shift in focus towards spirituality and faith. Once out of jail, she began to share her newfound perspective with her followers. "I'm free, thank you, Jesus." She posted on her Instagram expressing her gratitude for the second chance she felt she had been given. It was clear that she was making an effort to turn her life around. Chrisean even mentioned her desire for spiritual growth, asking for forgiveness for her past mistakes and vowing to be a better person moving forward. In another video, Chrisean could be seen holding her son, and the love between the two was palpable. It was clear that the time they had spent apart had deeply affected both of them, but they seemed to be making up for lost time with every moment they shared together. The mother-son duo was seen playing and bonding as Chrisean expressed how much she had missed him during her time away. The emotional reunion was a touching moment for fans who had followed Chrisean's journey from her early public persona to this more introspective, spiritual version of herself. One significant change Chrisean made after her release was the decision to officially change her son's name. Initially named Chrisean Jr., Chrisean opted to rename him Chrisean Malone Porter, a name that now included both her and Blueface's surnames. This decision seemed to signify a new chapter in her life, one that was perhaps more about reconciliation with her past and her family than the chaos of her previous public image. Despite the apparent transformation Chrisean seemed to be undergoing, her connection with Blueface remained a central point of tension. Blueface, who had been serving a 4-year prison sentence due to probation violations and legal issues, had been distant from his family life, unable to provide the support Chrisean and their son needed. His incarceration meant that he had very little time with their child, and the strain in their relationship only seemed to grow with each passing day. While Blueface was behind bars, he had been vocal about Chrisean's unfit parenting, suggesting that if she were to be taken away from their son, his other baby mama, Jaden Alexis, would step in to look after the child. "I'm not going to watch the child," Blueface had claimed in an interview. "You're going to be stuck with watching the child for now." His remarks were both dismissive and damaging, as they reflected his belief that Chrisean wasn't capable of adequately caring for their son. It was unclear whether these comments were a way to distance himself emotionally from the situation or a reflection of the ongoing toxicity between him and Chrisean. While Blueface has always maintained that he would be there for his son in some capacity, it's apparent that his time in jail has further complicated his relationship with Chrisean. Even when he has had the chance to interact with her, the conversations between the two have been fraught with tension, with accusations flying from both sides. Nevertheless, Chrisean seemed determined to move forward and make her own decisions about her life and her child, regardless of Blueface's opinions. The rumors were further fueled by Blueface's Aunt Carlita, who posted on Instagram asking fans to put some respect on Chrisean's name and confirming that Chrisean was indeed the new Mrs. Porter. However, many fans remained doubtful, considering Blueface's family history of dysfunction and the constant public drama surrounding the couple. Shortly after, Blueface's mother, Carissa, took to her own Instagram story to shut down the rumors, claiming that Chrisean and Blueface had not officially tied the knot. Carissa's statement seemed to put an end to the speculation, but fans continued to question the legitimacy of the relationship, particularly given the chaotic history of Blueface and Chrisean's interactions. Despite the ongoing drama, it appears that Chrisean is trying to forge a new path for herself, one that distances her from the violence and chaos of her past. Fans are beginning to wonder if this is the start of a new, healthier chapter for Chrisean, a version of her that focuses more on her spirituality, her relationship with her son, and self-improvement. It's clear that she wants to move beyond the violence that has characterized her public image for so long. Whether this newfound perspective will be enough to break the cycle of toxicity with Blueface remains to be seen. In an unexpected twist, Chrisean and Blueface seemed to fuel rumors about their relationship when they both added husband and wife emojis to their Instagram bios. This led many fans to believe that the two had secretly married while Blueface was in jail. The news caused a stir on social media, with fans questioning the authenticity of the claim. Some were excited for the couple, hoping that the marriage would bring stability to their chaotic lives, while others were skeptical, believing that the two had not, in fact, gotten legally married. In the caption, Chrisean expressed her gratitude to God, writing, "Today I rejoice in the promise of the new life that baptism symbolizes. Thank you for cleansing my heart and welcoming me into your family. As I rise from these waters, may I walk in the light of your spirit and grow in the love of Christ each day. Guide my steps, uphold me in faith, and help me to live out your truth in all I do." Amen. This heartfelt post marked a significant moment for Chrisean, signaling a shift toward a new chapter in her life, one rooted in faith and personal growth. While many fans have supported Chrisean's spiritual journey, some remain skeptical, wondering if this is just a temporary phase. There are those who believe that her newfound faith may only last until Blueface is released from jail, with the possibility of the couple returning to their old, chaotic ways. On the other hand, some fans are genuinely hopeful that this transformation is real and that Chrisean will continue on this path of righteousness. As for Blueface, there has been little communication from him about Chrisean's spiritual shift. While he remains behind bars, his influence over Chrisean and their relationship is still a subject of speculation. Will his release mark the return of the volatile relationship they once had, or will Chrisean's newfound faith and personal growth keep her from returning to the toxicity of their past? For now, Chrisean is focused on her son and her spiritual journey, keeping her personal life more private than ever. Her silence and new focus on faith suggest that she may be ready for a fresh start, but only time will tell if this transformation is permanent or if it will fade once Blueface is out of prison. Regardless of the uncertainty surrounding her future, Chrisean's fans are watching closely, hoping to see her succeed in this new chapter of her life. Whether this is a genuine shift or a temporary phase, it is clear that Chrisean Rock is taking her life in a new direction, and many are rooting for her to stay on this path of self-improvement and spiritual growth. For those who enjoy keeping up with celebrity drama, Chrisean's story remains a compelling one, with new developments coming every few months. Fans who are invested in Chrisean's journey will continue to follow her story, hoping for the best while keeping an eye on what comes next for this young mother, influencer, and reality TV star. So